Thanks, Chris. As Chris is saying, I'm Will Patterson, and alongside with Christine McIntosh, we're ProduceRun, your local farmers market online. Being a farmer myself in Australia, I can relate to the problems of farming. It's hard work, it's long hours. Managing the business and trying to liaison with customers. Being dependent on the weather, you don't know what you're going to have, so it's a pretty difficult business. And then to take that to market, typically a produce farmer would go to a farmer's market on a Saturday morning. So they'll be waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning, packing their produce, putting it in the van, going to downtown Cedar Rapids and setting up at 6 a.m. for the start. You don't know what you're going to sell. You're going there with all risk. So ProduceRun, we eliminate that risk. So we're enabling the farmer to list their produce on the website and pre-sell it before they even leave the farm. How it works, the farmer goes to the website, signs up, sets up a virtual stand, and ProduceRun, we market the produce. We're like Etsy for local produce. How it works for the buyer goes to ProduceRun, signs up, searches for what they want, fills the cart and buys it, and the actual farmer delivers it to the consumer. How good's that? Simple pricing, we take 10% per transaction. That's to cover our marketing effort and facilitating the payments. Our market size, there's over 8,000 farmers markets in the US, and that's doubled in recent years. There's 144,500 farmers selling agricultural produce to the end consumer currently, and that's valued at $1.3 billion. A lot of that would be done through CSAs and farmers markets, typically as I said, on the weekend. So that's 4 hours on a Saturday morning. It's a huge opportunity. Market size, we've got the organic industry selling produce that is valued at $10 billion. And we have competitors like Hy-Vee and Whole Foods who are playing the card of connecting you to the farmer, but all it is a claw flute board hanging from the roof. At tech competitors, Good Eggs, they just raised $21 million, and Farmers Web, they have warehouses and distribution trucks. So we're simply better because we don't have those costs. We don't have the overheads, we don't have the trucks, so we don't have to pass that on to an end consumer, we don't have to pass that on to the farmers. We pre-sell their produce before they leave. We're de-risking their business. And our solution can be embedded in almost every American city. So we can enable locals to buy locals' produce and build a sustainable community. If you go to ProduceRun today, you'll see an online farmers market where you can buy the individual items. But this is a new feature. It's really exciting. Has anyone tried to buy a cow with their family? How was that experience? Liaisoning that? Good? Bad? Well, with this, you can buy a quarter of it and you don't have to organise anything. All you have to do is buy it and it'll be dropped off. So it'll be dropped off and the locker will call you and ask for your specifications on what you want. And this is just an example. It can be corn, it can be whatever the farmer wants to bring to town, but he needs to fill a quota. It's a ProduceRun. We're two crazy Australians that have come over here to connect local farmers with local consumers. My experience is in agriculture. I started an agriculture business at 19 and ran that for 5 years successfully, and grew up on a family farm. Previous experience, I built a real estate portal in the Philippines and led that as a CEO. Christine helped me with that. She was in charge of growth hacking and marketing. She has experience in hospitality. She ran two really busy cafes in Melbourne CBD, has experience with buying local produce, the pains and the pitfalls, so she helps in reflecting that in that product. She also has a degree in psychology. We have two amazing lead mentors, and we have one here, thanks for coming, Steve Shriver and Dennis Henderson, both experienced in their field. Stephen's grown Ecolips into a huge global business and bootstrapped that, and Dennis has raised a lot of money and has built Ready Wireless into a pretty successful business. So, thanks for listening to us, and please help us make ProduceRun happen.